Post at least 5 times per week. This is a general rule. It seems to work really good in this area. In your field, because it's so technologically advanced, it's probably going to be more. People that follow on Twitter, generally, they like to see at least 2 to 3 posts a day if they're really following somebody and they want to know a lot of information. But for most small to medium-sized businesses, 5 times a week seems to work effectively, and letting them know what's going on in your company and relationships-wise. But we don't want to let your page go stale. You guys, I'm sure you hate if you go to a website that you've been to 5 years ago, you've not been there in a while, and you pull it up and it's the exact same. You're like, wow, this company is probably not doing a whole lot at all. So it helps to stay current. Next question we start to look at is who will manage your accounts? I said before, is it maybe going to be somebody in the office? Is it going to be a manager? Is it going to be a secretary that you're going to train or have somebody train for you that, hey, we need you to post? Because the biggest thing for you, I think, is trying to make sure that you don't overload yourself with social media, because it can become cumbersome if you let it. If you delegate it well, it's super easy and you're able to let it go on its own, or you're able to hire a company like Now Marketing to where we're able to manage the accounts for you and take the thinking out of it for you so that you can focus on your business and then get results from it. Networking rules apply. So some of the networking rules that you guys know is it's symbiotic relationships, you're forwarding, you're keeping these prospects open, and you're doing the rules of networking, of course. What's that a whole lot? You do need a strategy. Just like any business plan or business model, you can't really expect to start up a business and have no plan and no objectives. We sit down with companies and we talk about, okay, what's your vision? What's your mission statement? These are things that we're going to include in your Facebook, in your Twitter and YouTube, and keep that at the forefront of these people's minds to keep that branding going. So having strategy is extremely important, and it usually only takes a week or so of talking to clients to kind of get what their strategy is and what they're kind of thinking, how they're going to lay it out. Learning never stops. Obviously, you guys are at this conference, coming to a class to learn about something. That's what we're wanting to keep going. Is customers are always wanting to learn from you guys, and you're wanting to learn from others. So another great thing about Twitter is, you guys use Twitter? It's kind of starting to grow in this area a lot more. Nick's on Twitter, great. What's your name on Twitter? Delamonte, so I can follow you now. But what happens is, you follow people and people follow you. The general rule is there's a really good saying that I like that people say is Twitter works like this. People that follow you are generally the people that you know from high school, and the people that you follow are the people you wish were at your high school. So I might follow Steve Jobs because I really wish he was at my high school and I admire him. So that's kind of how it works. And so you're able to say, in our industry, we like these people and we follow them also, and then also it just keeps the full circle flowing and keeping that networking going for the customer and for the business providers. Your customers are already talking about you. You need to be part of their conversation. It's a big deal if they're saying things on Facebook about you. We're able to track that. We can just search for your name. We can find out what they're saying. Is it good? Is it bad? Some of the stuff that happens is customer service has gotten a lot better because of Facebook and Twitter. I had a friend who had a TV, it broke, and he got on Twitter, or he went through this long process over the phone, and it was a big hassle for him to return it. He got on Twitter and said, man, I really wish this company, this company did a better job at customer service. Within 2 hours, he had an email for somebody that was searching from their company, and they had their customer line call him and get it sorted out within an hour. So Twitter became an incredible tool for this company in resolving issues. So it's definitely good that you can search it and say, okay, maybe this person's not happy, we're going to make it right. Maybe they really like your company and you want to use it. You can email them and say, would you mind if I use that as a quote on our website? Sure, go ahead. That's the end of this presentation. Thank you. I'm Andrew Rogers, Now Marketing Group. I have cards up here. You guys can get or see us at the table. Jen in the back will be there also. And then let's start to look at some of the actual workings of some of the things that I was talking about because I didn't want to leave it all together because my projector thing's going crazy. This is a Facebook page. This is Now Marketing, obviously. And I'm on the LRITA. You guys saw that. This graphic is different from a normal Facebook page in that we are able to brand. We have a phone number and our website right away so that people, when they come to our website, they see our brand logo and they see what we're about and they can go check us out. So that works really well. We also talked about insights. And right here I'm looking at Joey's Italian Deli and Subs, which is here in Lima, downtown. And I'm looking at the analytics from this. And I can scroll down and I can see the general rise. So, so far this month it looks like we have 99 people liked comments that we had. And then what we can look at here is lifetime likes and then monthly activity. So people may like things, but we're seeing a really large rise from people just coming and checking out the Facebook page. So it's up 1,313% for the month. Hey, good job. They're doing a good job at having their content ready and posted, and they're seeing an increase of interest from Facebook users. And then also you can come in and see each day, you can see where the spike times are. So if you know where your spike times are, Thursday, we had a huge spike here. We know that, hey, you know what, this is a really good time to put up a post. We're having a lot more people checking out the page at this time. Let's make sure that 2 hours before we have a post that they can like when they get to it. So really cool stuff. The analytics goes a lot deeper than that. We pay for services that allow us to go deeper into the analytics and find out the age and the demographic of what we're looking at. So that's very good. YouTube, you can't see it very well because my thing is all cut off because it's a smaller resolution. But we have our brand logo in the background for Now Marketing, and it would look better on a better screen. But what we have is we have testimonials that are going on, and we have all of our videos, which is nice because we're not having sponsored videos that are showing up on the side. If you've ever watched YouTube, I worked with a client for a little while, and they had a YouTube iframe. They had a frame in their website. You could watch the YouTube video, and then immediately after, it would play videos that were similar, which were competitors. I want to say, did you know that you were advertising for the guy next state? And he said, no, I didn't. Well, you know what we can do is we can customize that so that you're not going to be advertising similar videos, which is very good. So another really cool thing that we do is this toolbar right at the bottom. This is the Now Marketing Group website, and it allows us to see things like who's online. We have one person online. If I click it, that's not a good idea. It will show where people have been online and where they're from. It shows a map to kind of get that demographic. So this would be a toolbar. It's an excellent feature that you can have on your website, and it can be very non-intrusive. Also, it has, you can share it. You can share this website through other websites really easily by just clicking the share. And then we have down here our YouTube channel. They just click on it and it brings it to the YouTube channel, Facebook and Twitter. So it's keeping everything together. But then also, I can just click the down and it becomes a small tab at the bottom of the screen, which is non-intrusive because nobody likes to go to a website and all of a sudden they're forced to watch stuff like an autoplay video or something that they don't have an option. It kind of gives you that feeling of, I don't really have a choice. So those are some of the tools that we use. We definitely hope that you guys start using this. This class is over at 11:45. Yeah? Okay. So we've got about 5 minutes. Is there any questions?